Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Pyramid Reborn. In the last episode, we were working with forestry, so we set up a power system, which I still don't know why this is slowly draining power, but it is. Whatever, we'll deal with it. We can put a couple of those guys in there, and it will get plenty of power. But we started making some forestry machines, and we're trying to get the greenhouse fan. That is, I guess we can get rid of all of this stuff. That is the last part of this. So we just need to get the greenhouse fan, and we have some bog earth. How much? We got 2 peat. So one of these needs to mature before we can finish off this little quest, but so far not bad. We just need to smelt those down. So I went ahead, rather than expanding the platform all that much, I'm kind of lazy to be honest. I went ahead and I just put some dirt here and made grass. I moved this guy over here, and I got the poppies. The poppies was actually the most difficult. I have 7 dandelions, got some more azure bluettes, and I got a bunch of industrial hemp. So we're gonna put this stuff in here. Actually, that's gonna be my modded chest, I believe. So in fact, that can go in there. And these guys, I'm not gonna worry about the like modded, but not really that modded. Now we do get from the bog earth some dirt back, so that is nice. You just lose most of it, and I think right there is the last piece. So let's put a piece of cobblestone there. And can we get at least 2? I think we did. So this will be all the peat we need in order to get the ash, and then we should be able to go ahead and make everything. So first thing we need to do, we need to get some more lapis. The greenhouse blocks require the ash and a little bit of clay, so 4 of these guys will be cooked up next. And then we also need the camouflage paneling, which is planks, wood pulp, 2 red dyes, 2 yellow dyes, and some lapis. Actually, I want to say it might not actually matter what kind. I've seen in some mod packs where it doesn't actually matter what kind of dyes you use, as long as the recipe. So let's see if we can do that. It was like this, I think. And then like this wood pulp in the center, and then lapis. Now if I just put this stuff in here, will it make it? No. Alright, so we do need these guys as well. So if I want to finish this off, we're gonna need oh, it doesn't have power. Alright, we don't need any more lapis right now. If we're gonna want to kind of finish this off and get rid of the biomass, we'll have to get more power. And that kind of stuff. So we're gonna need some glass. Let's get like 8 glass. I think that'll be enough. And we can go ahead and make the ash bricks. So this guy, we're going to need some slabs. Guess we'll just make it like this. The ash block, and then the sanded paneling, and some iron. So, or not scented paneling, the camouflage paneling. Scented paneling is bees. So that should be the greenhouse blocks, and then I don't even know what the greenhouse fan does. I have no idea. So we have the greenhouse block. Now we need the 10 electron tubes. So that's just 5 tin and 2 redstone. And that is in here. And we just need a little bit of glass. So this will use power to get... it heats up to get the liquid glass, and then it will make this stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just break these blocks to clear the inventories. I don't know that we'll need any more camouflage paneling. Camouflage, no, not really. So you know what, let's just take this stuff out. We're going to lose a little bit of biomass, but that's fine. And everything should be good. So let's dump this stuff in here. And we should be able to go ahead and make the greenhouse fan. And there we go. So that is a quest item. That is something we needed to make in order to continue on. So that is actually really nice. Let's clean up the inventory a little bit. We'll throw some slabs in there. Why not? And are we low on anything at this point? 10 and iron, but 10 is probably going to be a little bit more important right now, so we'll get some 10 cooking up. And let's go turn in our greenhouse fan. So we haven't done this in a while. We've only turned in one other thing, I think. So the greenhouse fan, what's it going to give us? Shock absorber is later. Let's see. Made those. Greenhouse fan is going to give us lead and IC2. Great. So, place objectives in here, and then wait. So we should get our 3 things pretty much immediately. Now, what are we going to want to do? In case of emergency, the quest can be completed one time. That's it. So we have 6 rubber seed saplings. That is nice. Lead, which means we can actually make better power transfer, and more importantly, let's see, energy cells. We should be able to make a basic energy cell. No. Really? We need electrum. And so in order to get that, we need silver. That's a bummer. So the next thing is the induction furnace. That is the next key. And then when do we get silver? What do we need to make to get silver? It's probably over here. It's right there. So that requires a shock absorber. What's a shock absorber from? This is from actually additions, so that is empowered stuff. So we'll need to make the empower. That's going to be a lot of quartz and iron casings. That's not too bad, but that's not terrible actually. How are we going to get these flowers? That's what I want to know. Are we going to be given the flowers? Or is Botania just not going to be a major thing? That looks like a black lotus, though. Is that what the... let's see. Blacker lotus. That is a blacker lotus. The only thing is I don't know how much we're going to get of that, so... Alright, that looks like one of the last things we need to make. Same with that guy. Starfield Crater, yeah, that is Draconic Access. Alright, so... that is a creative energy cell? Certainly looks like it. Okay, so... oh, I know what. Floral fertilizer. That's the key. And that is just some dyes. Alrighty then. So that's how we're going to get it. Okay. Well, we've done enough little looking around. I want to go plant some rice. Because rice is going to be a decent food source as well. And we'll get some lead duplicated. This way we can... We have plenty of tin now. So I need just a little bit of power so that we can duplicate this lead. And I'm going to take one back to the over there in just a second. So before we do, let's grab our stone hoe and we're going to plant some rice. So I just want to make sure this gets grown so we can duplicate the seeds, and mainly I want to make sure there is at least one set of seeds for basically everything. I don't want to ever have to run out of things. Why aren't you growing at all? It's taking a while for the soil over here to hydrate. Alright, well I don't have much glowstone, not glowstone, I don't have much bone meal left. But part of me wants to go ahead and bone meal it just a little bit. There we go. And can we get rice seeds? Yes. So that's all I want for right now. We can go put this stuff back. And what is the next thing? The induction furnace. That is the next thing we need to make. So how bad is that? It's probably pretty bad. So the induction furnace is advanced machine. So we need steel. Oh, great. So there's two ways to get steel. We can either make a blast furnace, which, how bad are blast bricks? Probably require blaze powder. We don't have access to blazes. I don't believe. I don't believe there's any. The blaze guys. And what is actually the reward for this quest? Glowstone and the 2 quartzes. So I don't know that we can go that way of getting steel. I think we're gonna have to do the more annoying steel production, which is, let's see, steel grit, steel dust. We can't get those. Sand, if we had stuff that was already steel. If we had the induction, which we can make everything but the Invar. So can't do that. Arc furnace is probably way out of our range. So it looks like the blast furnace. Ugh, I hate this thing. Alright, so EU is really annoying for me. The induction furnace otherwise is just a bunch of iron plates, which we can make this hammer and it'll be a lot easier. Or the forge hammer, which is just iron, so that's not bad either. We might just make the forge hammer. So that's not bad. We'll need rubber, obviously, copper cables, redstone. Okay, so most of this stuff isn't actually that bad. We'll also need advanced alloys, which will be bronze, 10 iron plates. And then we'll need pulverized coal. Oh, hey, thermal centrifuge can give you some golden coal from that. I never knew that from the slag. So we are going to need a compressor, and we're going to need a macerator. We could make the metal former. I don't think that'd be too useful right now. We also need some sort of generator. Now our geothermal is not locked, which is nice, but I don't know what's going to be the best. We could make a Stirling generator. I think that'll produce heat for the blast furnace. That's the question, is what's going to be the best way to make the blast furnace, because that's the other thing we need. we need a blast furnace. How bad is that to make? It's really easy. Just some rubber, some copper, and iron. Just a bunch of iron. Alright, so we're gonna need a lot of iron. Let's pop that guy out. We have a bit of stuff. Iron will go in there, and yeah, we just need to get more power and that kind of stuff. So something else we can go ahead and start working on. Is there any sort of drums? Can I make this? I certainly can. It is literally just iron. So we're gonna make a drum. And this guy will allow us to hopefully we're gonna store biomass. Now we need a lot of biomass for one of the quests. The question is, how much of it do we need? I believe we need biomass for one of these, don't we? I know we're gonna need a drum eventually, but induction furnace. Yes, biomass from forestry. So we need 50 buckets worth. And that will give us the nickel. So if we go ahead and start working on this, we can kind of branch out and do things a little bit out of order. We also need a ton of RF, but until we get power storage, that's not really going to matter. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start storing some of this stuff. And the way we can do that is with drum. Now, if I just put this right here, it doesn't, nope. Alright, so what we can do, what's going to be the best way to do this? I think we break this guy, and we'll deal with that in a second. So we need a transfer node for liquids. So that is just a bucket and some redstone. And that is easy enough. Alright, so with that taken care of, this will allow us to make, let's grab this guy. We'll need 2 of them actually. So this will allow us to make 4 transfer nodes for liquids. I only need 1 for right now. So what we'll do is we'll put this guy here with a pipe and a drum. And then I don't want this to connect, so let's go ahead and disconnect this thing. And we have 3 buckets. So we'll just add stuff in there, and we'll need to get water as well in there. Now there is a couple of infinite water sources, including, I believe there's one that's called, no, okay, so let's see, wells, no, how about, let's see, we could probably have reservoir. Does this have Ender IO? I don't think it has Ender IO. I'm not entirely sure a good way to get infinite water, other than it might say if I usage retrieval node for fluids. So I think we would need a world. Let's see, mining. I don't know what it's called anymore. The world, it used to be called a world interaction upgrade. I believe it's still going to be an upgrade. It's just a matter of whether or not I can find it. Oh, I saw them. Upgrade. They're all red now. Here they are. So upgrade speed, upgrade stack, mining, pumping of water. So a gold pickaxe and an upgrade base, which would require a resonator, which requires a block of coal. That is something we don't have access to at this point. And I think that's the reward, isn't it? Part of the reward is coal for this, isn't it? Yep. Great. Alright, so if we want to do this halfway intelligently, I don't know what's going to be the best. Other than making another drum and pumping water into this guy, which we can do. That's completely within our reach. So that might be something we want to do. Alright, so for the time being, let's go ahead and get some more charcoal. And we'll get that taken care of in there. Let's chop down trees and all that kind of fun stuff. And what we'll end up doing is we're gonna get the biomass probably before we get the anything else. Now we still need to try to get some animals to spawn in at some point. That's going to be pretty important, I do believe. So lots of trees chopped down. We'll deal with IC2 later. I really don't feel like doing that, so bunch of seeds, bunch of everything good. So what we'll do, and get the rubber trees, saplings. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. We're gonna try to get some more iron. I think that is important to begin with. And then so 7's for the cauldron, and we need 17. So there's the 2 plates, pressure plates, and then we need 6 more. And we might as well just get a ton of iron. We're going to need a lot of iron before we can really even get into industrial craft, so there's not much time loss here. Working on the biomass instead. Now, once we get a bunch of water in here, we're going to need another transfer node. And the trick is going to be, we're just going to fill up this drum with a bunch of water manually, and then we don't have to worry about it. Now these drums can store quite a bit, 256 buckets. We're going to put in, I don't know, until I get tired of doing this. We're going to put in a lot of water, and then this will just kind of automatically feed our biomass system, which really isn't much of a system. It's just one machine doing its job. So we just pick up this guy, come back over here. We're going to set him down like right here. Can I do this? No. Hopefully we don't have to lose this guy. One of the next things I kind of want to do is we're going to make a basement. So I believe we can put it here. And we need a pipe. That's fine. I was trying to avoid having to use another pipe, but we have so many. That is a nice recipe change. So with that taken care of, this guy will fill up with water. And honestly, this guy might as well, but I don't think he will. So that will make all of the biomass. So once this gets to 50, we can deal with that. We also have some more peat we can get. And I will just kind of keep an eye on this and get the peat as we go. So I think, let's see, is there anything else we can do right away? So there's a half a stack of iron. We can go ahead and put some more. I need to just keep getting more and more stuff. And just keep getting power. And eventually we'll have everything taken care of. The compost lasts forever, which is really nice. And that's going to fill up with water as well, which is fine. Most of the carpenter recipes are going to require water anyways, so we're at 4 buckets. So that's going to take a bit, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. And yeah, that is, I think, going to be it for this episode. Next time, I think it's time for us to get into into industrial craft. And I think we're going to do that over here because it doesn't need to be connected to any other systems. I still do need to make an area for animals to spawn. But that's about it. So, and I also kind of want to make a bit of a basement at like this level. It'll be much useful. It'll be useful later. It'll be a lot of convenient stuff for once we start producing a lot of power and storing it. That's the key that we're currently missing. We can't store power. So yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of iron. I am going to let these guys kind of do their thing. It still has 10 buckets of water, so this will slowly produce. And I will continue to get all of the trees, get wood, get charcoal, get everything taken care of. So next time we're going to work with industrial craft and start working on trying to get the induction furnace, and we will go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!